everybody, I am Husky Light. Thank you for stopping by. Angel cards for this week. We are going from, as usual when I get my calendar up, Monday the 18th of January through to Sunday the 24th of January. I just want to say a quick thank you to anybody who decided to join in on the global meditation that I put up yesterday, I think. Thank you ever so much. I did it as well, and obviously every Sunday we'll be doing it. You can do it on your own, but obviously because there are so many different groups around the world and different people doing it in groups or on their own or whatever, it's all going up collectively, up to the universe. So, and it's got that intention, that good intention that we've got of peace, of world peace, of an end to the war, terrorism, pain, all of those sorts of things. That's, and disclosure as well, which is really important. It's all going up there. So thank you to whoever did it, whoever managed not to get, who didn't do it. Don't worry, it's every Sunday, so please just join in. I'll put the link up in the corner so you can have a look, but I think I only put it up yesterday, so it is there for you to have a look at. And thank you for that. I'm losing my voice again. It's been a really, I said last week I think in the cards that things would happen this week, and it would be sort of water off a duck's back. Well, unfortunately, you know, people passing away like David Bowie and that sort of got to me a little bit during the week, but it still wasn't as bad as it could have been. You know, we got through it and we made it through. And this year there's just so much going to be happening this year. We are just going to have to not take it personally, not take it to heart, some of the things that we're going to hear, and not get angry about some of the things that we're going to hear about, or some of the things that the darker side try and do, and just keep giving out that love and light. And that's just what we're just always going to have to remember, that always, whatever's going on in the world, is just to keep giving out that love and that light, and that will destroy the darkness eventually. And it will do, and we're so close to doing it now as well. This is why we're seeing such an upturn in supposed the war and violence and all that. There's an upsurge in it that's coming out. We're just seeing more of it and more of it, because they know now that I think there's a timeline, there's a time scale for all of this to happen, and they're starting to run out of time on their side. So just keep giving out that love and light always, and that's what's going to get us through. So anyway, our cards for next week, let's see what I'm using. 3 packs. The Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue, my Angel Prayers by Kyle Gray, and my Doreen Virtue Daily Guidance Angel ones, plus as an extra the Chakra Oracle cards as well. So for the highest good of everybody for this next week, let's see what we can come up with, see what our messages are. It's actually quite hard to keep up with sometimes, the amount of things that are going on out there in the world. And sometimes it gets, I mean, I get confused. I get, what does this mean? What does that mean? Why is this happening? What are they trying to tell us? And all that sort of thing. And just keep asking your guides and angels, and they will come through with the answers for you. Just trust your intuition and just have faith always. Right, that one's coming out. And I will put the camera down. Oh, I'm sorry for bashing my microphone. Put the camera down in a minute. Thank you for for all your answers. And again, thank you for those of you who are going on the forum. I did put a little sticky up there a couple of days ago to start linking together wherever you are in the world, if you happen to be in the same country, in the same town, city, just to start linking up together so you all know where you are around the world. Especially, you know, if you said this before, if you're in a town or a city where nobody else is awake and you feel like you're the only one and nobody else understands you, which I know completely where you're coming from, because obviously I have it here as well. Obviously I link up with a lot of people that are already awake, but in my immediate family or close, you know, friends and that, they're only just starting. There's only one or two that are sort of awake, and not to the extent that I am. I've just had I've been on a major crash course, I think, of awakening this past year or so. So it's a good way to link up. So if you haven't had a look at that, go and have a look at that. Chakra cards, where are my chakra cards? And one of these. I haven't got as much done as I wanted to get done. I still haven't done my Q&A, I'm sorry. But it has been just, it's been like information overload all week for me, with things coming through and downloads and trying to sort through the best way to understand things. It has been quite difficult this week, but right, okie dokie. Right, I'm going to put the camera down, see what we've got for this week. Namaste, blessings, light. Let's go for it. Okay, so we're starting off with the Ace of Spring, which is a really pretty card. You can see all the blossoms on the tree. The time is to act now. The Fairy of Spring presents with you a wonderful new opportunity that will allow you to achieve what you desire. Your hopes are now about to take flight, and all that's needed from you is the courage to see things through. So be daring, be fearless, and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. So opportunities coming through for a lot of you this week. The things that you've been dreaming about, we are coming up to a full moon, I think, as well. That's starting to form. So getting your things going, getting your dreams going, your intentions going in the way that you want them to go. Just, I think the message here is keep going. There are new beginnings. We can see the start of new beginnings for some of you. For some of you, it could be, you know, changes within family, changes within career, promotions, changes going on on an internal level as well. But it's about keeping going and not giving up on your dreams, not giving up on what it is that you want. And all three, I'm going to go through them quite quickly because all three cards are pretty much the same, even though they're from different decks. They all tie in together. We've got Entrepreneur, which is all about self-employment, but I think it's more than just about self-employment. It's ideas that you've got about anything this week can come to fruition. It's a good idea, go for it. Do what you want to do, not what everybody else wants you to do. So stand on your own 2 feet, stand in your own truth this week, and take action as you're guided with respect to whatever area it is. I think for a lot of you this is probably work. It could be work for you this week, but it can be other areas for others of you as well. Fully commit to what it is that you want to do in order to move forward. Don't get halfway through an idea or halfway through a job or halfway through an intention that you've got and then suddenly give up and think, oh, it's not working, I've got to try something else, or this is the wrong way to go. Once you've made your decision, stick with it and go forward and know that it will come. Fully commit to your true heart's desires and take a leap of faith, because this is our last card. I'm ready to take a leap, angels. Thank you for doing it with me. And this is from the Kyle Gray Angel Prayers. So a leap of faith isn't about hoping that something is going to turn out positive. It's about knowing that it's going to turn out positive. It's about trusting God, trusting your angels, trusting your higher consciousness, and knowing that it's going to be okay, that it's going to work out, whatever your intention is. There are so many changes going on in your life right now, and you've got the opportunity to move on to the next phase, to move forward. And as I say, whether that's relationship wise, job wise, it could even be spiritual wise. You could be stepping up the ladder spiritually, with your meditations, with your research, with your downloads that you get, your intuition growing stronger day by day. So take that leap of faith and have complete faith in yourself and your guides and your angels. And don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone either this week if you need to. Don't think that you have to be one of the sheep, that you have to follow the crowd, that you have to believe everything that everybody else believes in, or you have to have their same opinion. We've each got our own opinions. Go with yours, go with your gut instinct, and stand in your truth with that, and don't bother what anybody else thinks, because you are going in the right direction. You're going the way that you need to be going. It's not that you're turning your back on everybody else and going in an opposite direction, because eventually people will see things the way you do. People will understand where you're coming from, but it doesn't mean that just because they don't understand at the moment doesn't mean that you give up, that you stop believing in your dreams and your desires and your goals. You keep going, even if you seem to be going in a different direction to everybody else. That's what your faith is there for. That's what your conviction is there for. So don't be afraid. Like I say, if you have to step out of your comfort zone for something this week, in a situation, if you're talking to somebody in the way that you're thinking, don't be afraid of that. Stand on your own 2 feet. Because the last card that we've got, which is just perfect, and I frowned when I drew it and thought, oh my goodness, what does that mean? This is the chakra card, which is rejection. And I'll read you the story. An artist is summoned for jury duty, but they won't use him. He doesn't fit their concept of what a juror should be. He paints pictures that nobody understands. He lives alone. They want somebody who will put himself in the other person's place, but he would never do that. He doesn't get mixed up with anything or anyone. They honour his individuality, and when they invite him, yet when he appears they reject him by not using him. So again, rejection is not a bad thing. You don't have to be on the inside. You don't have to know everything that's going on. You don't have to have the answer to everything to be true to yourself. You just know that everything's going to be okay, and that you're not unhappy in that. Rejection is spirit's protection. So when you're rejected by others, when you're rejected for your beliefs, the way you think, the direction that you want to go in, don't worry, because you're actually being protected by your guides and angels, by God. In that sense, you don't have to follow everybody else. So rejection is not always a bad thing. So don't go with other people's approval as well. Don't do something just to get somebody else's approval this week, because that might come up during the week. Somebody might, go along with the flow, do something because they're asking you to do it, even though you don't agree with it, even though you don't believe in it. Speak up, speak your truth. Don't be around anyone who is unsupportive of you. There is a lot of protection there around you. Your guides and your angels are protecting you, and they're very close to you. And they're saying whatever happens this week, if you feel rejection of any kind, you're being protected, and that's it. So go in your own direction, regardless of everybody else's direction. Don't follow the sheep. There's a lot of development as well coming around for you by doing that. You will learn the answers to some of the things you've been looking for. You will get your aha moments and your downloads just by following your own intuition. Okay, so that's your angel cards for this week. I hope you enjoyed them. Blessings, love and light. Have a brilliant, brilliant week, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.